This is Sean for Be Your Own Nerd. This video is going to be about external hard drives. In my last video, I had made a video about internal hard drives that you buy for the inside of your computer. An external hard drive is the same thing, except obviously you're plugging it in to your computer and it sits on the outside of your computer, as you can see in these photos here. External hard drives are good, especially when it comes to backups. I would not use an external hard drive, to install your games on, or, to use full time expecting performance out of it. They're more for archiving, at least in my opinion. I love to send backups to it, backups of my computers, my photo backups, etc. Before we begin, do not buy a SanDisk external hard drive. I made a separate video about this issue. These are not the hard drives you want to buy. These have a very high failure rate, so do not buy a SanDisk external hard drive. I've actually had a good experience with two brands of external hard drives that I've used quite often. Seagate makes good external hard drives. Usually their larger drives are faster, and I'm going to make a separate video of why that is. There's a technology called CMR versus SMR. So I'm going to make a video in regards to that. That will be a separate video. But anything, 10 terabytes or above, you're guaranteed to get the faster, more high quality drives that they make. Obviously, the drawback is that they're more costly. Western Digital also makes great external hard drives. Same philosophy applies. Anything 10 terabyte or greater, obviously, so you get the faster, better drive. But I've had really good experience with these as well. And if you want to get a little bit advanced, I've done this quite a bit as well, where I'll get an external, I call them hard drive toasters. They're external hard drive docking stations. This is an excellent brand here that I've used numerous times over the years with multiple hard drives. And I've never had an issue with it. It's the Sabrent brand. And what you do here is you take internal hard drives, you purchase those. For example, the Toshiba N300 Pro, you would buy 2 of these hard drives and you would stick it inside of the Sabrent hard drive toaster. Like I said, that's what I call it. Looks like a toaster. Looks like something you put 2 pieces of bread into. This works really well. It's the same as buying an external hard drive enclosure. It could be a little bit cheaper because sometimes you can get the internal hard drives cheaper than you can an external hard drive. The one thing to keep in mind about this is you want to keep it cool, because these hard drives, when they're sitting in here like this, they can run pretty hot. So I actually buy little external fans, the little USB fans, and I aim those at this enclosure to keep these hard drives cool. Because usually, you got to remember, these hard drives, these internal hard drives, they're usually inside of your PC, which has adequate airflow with fans blowing on them, so they stay cool inside of your PC. And when they're sitting out here, exposed to the environment, especially if you're in a warm or hot room, they can heat up pretty quickly. So I like to keep some type of external airflow pointed at these. So those are basically the 3 choices I recommend. Like I said, with external hard drives, you want to use those more for archiving and backing up and offloading stuff. You don't want to use it, as your C drive, obviously, or as a gaming drive, where you're going to run your games off of. Internal hard drives are always going to be much faster than using external hard drives, but you can't go wrong with any of the choices that I just recommended for you. Once again, this is Sean from Be Your Own Nerd. You can find me at my BeYourOwnNerd.com website. You can sign up for a free weekly tech newsletter, totally free. I also have a podcast, and you can listen to that in any of your favorite podcast players. Thank you. Please subscribe and turn on notifications, and have yourself a great tech day.